Hello fans of Defender Sports, hope you're enjoying the game whether you're a friend or family member of a player or coach or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But going into each and every game, there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has, and that's a game plan. If these players and coaches are willing to put this much time into planning for a game, how much more important is putting together a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, but if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, we've been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things more important than finances, while being good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to their care. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media. Check out our podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or your favorite podcast app, or schedule a complimentary meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money.
Is there anybody that thinks we can hit on them?
No.
Yeah. Here we go, Patrick!
Swing like you mean it! 3, 1, 2, 3! Go University Athletics! I want a do-over!
Hello and welcome back to our second game of the doubleheader tonight between Dordt University and Northwestern. The first game of the doubleheader ended with a Defender victory. The Defenders defeating the Raiders 6-4 in the 7-inning game. The second game will be a 9-inning contest. Coming into play, the Northwestern Raiders are 19-26, while the Defenders carry a record of 17-26 coming in. On the mound tonight for the Defenders, number 26, Mike Bruell, 0-1 record, 10.97 ERA in 21.1 innings, 27 strikeouts. Pretty good strikeout to inning ratio there. Stepping up first into the box for the Raiders, number 24, Sam Stafford, as the first pitch comes in for a strike, bringing us to an 0-1 count. That is Sam Stanford. My apologies there. Comes into play today with a .355 average, 50 hits, 17 RBIs, as this one goes low into the dirt. Sanchez not able to keep it in front of him, and we go to a 1-1 count. For the Defenders in the field today, going from left to right in the infield, we have Trevor Jackson at third base, Jason Carrick at shortstop, Logan DeVries at second base, then Caden Davis at first place. As this one has popped up and is drifting right into foul territory, Jackson able to come on and make the play. It's a very breezy day today, so some of those high pop-ups are pretty tough to read, but Jackson able to judge it correctly and get there at the right moment. So one out now for the Defenders in the top of the first now, as number 21, Kip Cullinan, steps in, comes into play with a .319 average today, 41 hits, 27 RBIs, and 118 plate appearances thus far. Continuing with the Defenders' defensive arrangement, in outfield we have Anthony Rodriguez in left field, we have Logan Harris in center, and then Nolan Christensen in right. Then, as stated, we have Juan Sanchez behind the plate for the Defenders. 0-1 count here for Bruell. Second pitch is lined to the second baseman, but DeVries able to react in time, make a nice catch on the run. And quick 2 outs now for Bruell, able to mow down the first 2 hitters. Now stepping into the box for the Raiders, number 7, Noah Vogel, .347 average, 50 hits, 151 plate appearances, 37 RBIs, and that is a team high. 27 RBIs. First pitch just gets the outside corner, gets us to an 0-1 count now. As I said, very windy day here at Open Space Park. Around 15 to 20 mile an hour winds have been gusting all day. We had a little bit of rain this morning, but thankfully rain held off, allowing us to play this doubleheader here. 1-1 count now. Second pitch misses outside for a ball. Burrell comes set. Delivers the 1-1 pitch here. And this one is swung on and missed. Vogel swinging through it. Looks like he got fooled a little bit there. It might have been a changeup from Burrell. Nice piece of pitching there. 1-2 count. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Burrell hoping for a quick top half of the inning. The 1-2. This one misses low and away. 2-2 is the count. Burrell on the year so far, as I said, 0-1 record. I believe he has come out of the bullpen for most of the year. This is one of his first starts, but 21 innings pitched. This one misses outside, bringing us to a full count. 3-2. 3-2, 2 outs in the top of the first inning in the second game of our doubleheader here in Sioux Center, Iowa. The payoff pitch on its way. This one drifting left, going out towards our softball field right here on to the left side of Open Space Park. So Vogel able to fight off the 3-2, keeps the at-bat alive, and extends this half inning. And the 7th pitch of the bat on its way. This one just inside. Good pitch there by Burrell. He didn't like it. He thought he located it well, but umpire disagrees, and that will be the Raiders' first base runner of the day. And now stepping into the box, number 3, Mason Porup, comes in with a .331 average. Porup having a very successful year so far, 50 hits. As this one is popped up to first base, looks like Davis has room, drifts over and is able to make the play despite the wind, and that will bring us to the end of the top of the first inning. 0 runs, 0 hits, 1 man left on base for the Raiders. And coming up, we'll see our top 3 batters for the Dordt defender lineup. We'll be back with you here at Open Space Park in just a minute.
Is there anybody that thinks we can hit on them?
No.
Yeah. Here we go, Patrick!
Swing like you mean it! 3, 1, 2, 3! Dordt University Athletics! I want a do-over!
You don't just want to pick a college because you think it's just going to be comfortable. But you also have to be in a place that there are people that are going to surround you and love you and be on the same page. If you can find that place that stands out and they stand for something and they stand behind that something, that's what we fell in love with Dordt University, and we're just so thankful that our kids have seen that.
Find a place that honors God and inspires your kid. And I think Dordt does both of those things.
All right, welcome back here to the bottom of the first, here in this contest between the Dordt Defenders and the Northwestern Raiders. Long-time rivalry here. We'll see what this second game holds. As I said earlier, the first game, the Defenders took 6-4. They were able to come in 3-0 deficit in the first inning. They'll climb back and crawl their way out and get the win. This one is fouled off for an 0-1, and that'll bring us to an 0-1 count. Logan Harris, the leadoff batter for the defenders. Coming into play today, Harris has a .248 average, 37 hits in 149 at-bats, 18 RBIs thus far. This one is swung on and missed, and quickly Harris is down 0-2 in the count. On the bump today, in the second game, for the Raiders, is Brady Roberts. ERA of 6.19, 3-5 record in 52.1 innings pitched. This one misses just outside, 1-2 count. 58 strikeouts on the year so far for Roberts. Moving from left to right in the infield for the Raiders, we have, as the 1-2 delivery is in there, and the sideline umpire says he did not commit. He was able to check his swing, so we'll now go to a 2-2 count. Going from left to right in the infield, we have Sam Stanford at third base, Ethan Buckner at shortstop, Eli Rash at second base, and Kip Cullinan at first. In the outfield, we have Noah Vogel in left, Drew Dykstra in center, and then Mason Porup in right. Roberts calls for a quick timeout. And then behind the plate, we have Jacob Kindhart. The 2-2 count. This one misses, bounced almost in the grass, just in front of the dirt. This one missing badly from Roberts. 3-2 count now. Look, that was a fastball, and he just released it a little bit late there. Full count now. The pitch is in there, and it is smashed, but way foul. Harris swinging quite early on the pitch. He made very good contact, though. For the defenders lineup, we'll see Nolan Christensen next, followed by Juan Sanchez, and if we get to him this inning, Dylan Stanley. This one is lined down the third baseline as well. Then coming up in the rest of the order, we have Jason Carrig, Logan DeVries, Caden Davis, Anthony Rodriguez, and Trevor Jackson, rounding out the order. Roberts goes into his windup and delivers the payoff. This one is grounded to Buckner at shortstop. Buckner sets, makes the throw, and that is not in time. So Harris, using his speed, able to beat out the throw from Buckner, or what looked to be a routine play. But Harris does have considerable speed. Harris on the year, 8 stolen bases, which is a team high. So obviously he's got some jets. And now stepping into the box for the defenders, number 13, Nolan Christensen. Comes into play today with a team-high .321 average. Christensen awaits the first pitch. He squares up to bunt, but decides to pull it back. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Christensen, 35 hits and 12 RBIs in 109 at-bats thus far. 0-1 count here. Harris gets his lead at first base. He is a threat, as stated earlier. And once again, Christensen squares up and pulls it back. This one misses high and away. 1-1 count now. In the first game, the winning pitcher was Diego Benitez. Went 5.2 innings, gave up 9 hits, 4 earned runs, and earned 2 strikeouts in that time. Getting the save was Chaz Gothard. And Harris is on the move, slides in, and he is safe. Second baseman Eli Rash not able to apply the tag. So Harris earning his 9th stolen base of the year. That one was in there for a strike, though. 1-2 count now. Losing pitcher in that first game was for the Raiders, Brett Sheldon. Went 3 innings, gave up 5 runs in 3 innings, 8 hits, earned 4 strikeouts. So that brought him to a record of 4-6 on the year. Benitez now up to 2-4 after the win, and Chaz Gothard earning his 3rd save of the year. 2-2 count here for Christensen. Looked like he was going to commit to the swing, but holds up. 3-2 count now. Another 3-2 count. Roberts comes set. And the 3-2 misses outside, so for the defenders, able to get their first 2 base runners on. Bit of a threat here in the first, brewing for the defenders. Christensen able to draw that walk on 6 pitches. So now first and second for the defenders as number 23, Juan Sanchez, steps in. Sanchez coming into play today, 245 average, 23 hits, 13 RBIs in 94 plate appearance, 94 at bats thus far. Sanchez looked like he was going to lay down a bunt there, decides to pull it back. Kind of looked like he was kicking himself a little bit after that one. So 0-1 count now. For the defenders, they would love to have Sanchez lay down a bunt, get those runners to second and third for Dylan Stanley. And this one glances off of Sanchez's bat and goes foul right to the backstop. That's one he probably would have liked to have back if he could. Wasn't able to get the bat out of the way. Look, he kind of tried to evade the pitch a little bit, but in the process, the ball got some of the barrel. So 0-2 count quickly for Sanchez. Roberts comes set. And the 0-2. This one misses just high. Good pitch there from Roberts. Sanchez, good patience to leave that one high and not chase after it. 1-2 count. Roberts, the 1-2. This one misses low and away. 2-2 count now, evens us up. On the year so far, Sanchez 3 home runs. He does have some power. He's been in this 3 spot for most of the year for the defenders. It's come up in some big moments. A couple weeks ago, he drove in the two runs to tie the game in the top of the bottom of the 7th inning, but he strikes out here. So 1 down for the Raiders. 1 out. Runners on first and second in this bottom of the 1st inning. Stepping into the box is the defender's DH, Dylan Stanley. Comes into play with a .288 average, 6 home runs, 26 RBIs, 36 hits, and 125 at-bats. By far the most RBIs for the defenders this year. This is who you'd like to see at the plate if you're a defender fan. Stanley swings the first one and missed. Roberts getting ahead in the count, 0-1. Roberts looks in and gets his pitch. And the delivery, Stanley swings through another one, down 0-2 quickly in the hole. Looking to defend here will be Stanley. Stanley, .496 slugging percentage, also number 1 on the team. Number 2 on the team. However, he clearly has a lot of power. Also, 8 doubles to go along with his 6 home runs. This one misses low. Good eye there by Stanley. 1-2 count now. Stanley in the first game went 1 for 3, looking to... Ooh, that one is good. Called strike 3. Stanley disagrees with it. It looked like it could have been inside a little bit. Kind of looked like it was over that white chalk in the right-handed batter's box. However, it was a called strike. So now 2 down here in the bottom of the 1st inning for the Raiders as Jason Carrick steps into the box. Defender's shortstop. .319 batting average on the year thus far. This one just catches the inside corner. Carrick doesn't like this one either. A couple borderline pitches here in this 1st inning. It's looking like this home plate umpires has a relatively large zone. Be good for both pitchers. Not so great for the hitters, though. 0-1 count now. This one misses inside and goes all the way to the backstop. So both defender base runners able to advance. Now second and third. A hit to the outfield scores one, if not two here, easily for the defenders. Carrick on the year with 15 RBIs. He does have the capability to score some runs. 46 hits and 144 at bats. Looking to put the defenders ahead in this first inning. Roberts, the 1-1. This one chopped to the second baseman, and Rash able to get the throw over to Cullinan to wrap up this bottom of the first inning. Defenders not able to take advantage of a hit and a couple of base runners. They leave two stranded, and we'll be back here in a minute on Dordt Media Network.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Welcome back here to Open Space Park, to the top of the second inning. Stepping into the box for the Northwestern Raiders is Colby Shelton. Burrell, first pitch is fouled off down the third baseline. So 0-1 count here. Shelton, 308 average coming in to play today. 16 hits, 10 RBIs in 52 at-bats. Fairly limited plate appearances compared to most of his other starters. This one popped up to first base. Should be an easy play for Davis. He is able to secure it. 1 out now for the defenders. Just 2 pitches is all it took in that first at bat. So now stepping up to bat for the Raiders. Number 2, Jacob Kindhart, the catcher. 281 average for Kindhart. 18 hits, 12 RBIs, 64 at-bats. This one misses outside, 1-0 count. Following Kindhart will be Eli Rash, Ethan Buckner, and then Drew Dykstra will round out the lineup for these Raiders. Ball 2 misses outside. Kindhart getting to a favorable hitter's count here. So 2-0 count here, top of the first inning, 1 out. This one is also popped up, sky high. It's looking like Jackson is calling for it, able to secure it. And once again, defenders, 2 quick outs. Burrell looking to have a quick top of the second inning. Only 4 or 5 pitches to get 2 batters out so far for Burrell. 5 pitches, I believe. So 2 outs now as Eli Rash steps into the box. Rash, the second baseman, 229 average coming in. 16 hits, 9 RBIs, a home run, a triple, 2 doubles in 70 at-bats. 0-1 count. Here's the delivery. This one fouled off. Going over the football field just to the right of our baseball facility here. So Burrell up quickly. 0-2 count. Looking to put away Rash and wrap up this top half of the second inning. This one fought off by Rash, able to send it to the backstop. Right off the netting in front of our booth back here. So 0-2 count here. The delivery. This one is swung on and flying out to shallow left field. Carrig calls off his left fielder, makes the play. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Burrell. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. And we will see you just back here in a minute at Open Space Park on our Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Family, farm, business, community. People's Bank, where values matter.
Hello and welcome back now to this contest between the Northwestern Raiders and the Dordt Defenders. Leading off the bottom of the second for Dordt is number 2, Logan DeVries, second baseman. Fouls off the first pitch, just off to the right over the Raiders dugout. DeVries coming in with a .264 average, 28 hits, 21 RBIs in 106 at-bats. This one misses. Delivered from Roberts, bring it to a 1-1 count now. Following DeVries will be Caden Davis and Anthony Rodriguez. Trevor Jackson if a runner gets on base. DeVries swings through the 1-1, bring us to a 1-2 count. Quickly down. Roberts goes into his windup. And the 1-2 pitch here just misses low. This one in the dirt. DeVries able to hold up on the swing there. Not biting on the off-speed pitch in the dirt. So 2-2 count. And the 2-2 pitch. This one misses down and away. Looks like Roberts really exerted a lot of effort on that one. He did a little pirouette off the mound after his pitch. So now 3-2 count here, full count. DeVries looking to either get a walk here or get a base hit, get on base. As this one is a called third strike. DeVries threw his bat and thought he was already on his way to first base with a walk, but home plate umpire rung him up. So 1 out for the Defenders. Roberts able to earn his third K of the day already. And that will bring up Caden Davis, the first baseman today for the Defenders. He also plays center field sometimes, but Defenders have him at first base for this game. .245 average. Davis with 7 home runs, team lead thus far. 7 home runs, 26 hits, 22 RBIs, and 106 plate appearances. Davis looking to get some momentum going here for the Defenders. This one is fouled back right over our booth here, behind the pitcher and catcher. So that brings us to an 0-2 count now. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Roberts comes set delivers the 0-2. Davis swings through it. So once again, Roberts striking out another batter. 4 strikeouts now, quickly in 2 innings. Able to put down the defenders in order so far in this inning. 5 straight outs for Roberts. Now stepping into the box for the defenders, number 29, Anthony Rodriguez. Rodriguez, 270 average, 20 hits, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and 74 at-bats. Rodriguez has not started every single game this year, but defenders have been giving him more playing time as of late. As this one is lined up the middle, however, able to field it was Rash, and he puts out Rodriguez to wrap up the bottom of the 2nd inning. So we will see you just back in a minute here at Open Space Park on our Dordt Media Network. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to the top of the 3rd inning here. 2nd game of our doubleheader between the Raiders and the defenders. Stepping into the box is number 1, Ethan Buckner, making his first plate appearance of the game. Buckner with a 122 average coming into play today. Just 9 hits and 7 RBIs in 74 at-bats. Takes the first pitch for a strike. So Burrell able to work ahead. Burrell the 0-1. This one misses outside. 1-1 count now. So getting back even in the count is Buckner, who will be followed by Dykstra, and then the top of the lineup, Stanford. The Dordt softball team will be in action tomorrow, 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. They'll have a doubleheader against Concordia. To make sure to tune in for that. Come back tomorrow. Dordt softball, as this one is poked just into shallow right field, and that will go as a single for Buckner. So he's able to lead off the inning with a single for the Raiders. Raiders would like to get something going now. Just their second hit of that was their first hit of the day, thus far. Roberts has done a very good job keeping this lineup quiet so far as Drew Dykstra steps in. Dykstra at 215 average thus far on the year. 17 hits. Quick throw over to first from Burrell, trying to keep Buckner honest over there. Buckner, 1 stolen base on the year. Has been caught twice, though. Likes to run occasionally. Again, Burrell throwing over. As I was saying, though, Drew Dykstra, 215, average 17 hits, 8 RBIs, and 79 at-bats this year. Squares up to bunt, but quickly pulls it back. Trevor Jackson running in to field the bunt. However, it was not laid down. 1-0 count as the The pitch misses high. Burrell looks in, gets the sign. And the 1-0 delivery once again squaring up is Dykstra. This one also pulled back, but is in there for a strike. Catching the outside corner. Nice pitch there from Burrell. That fastball has been working well for him so far today. Let's see if Dykstra tries to square up again, try to move that runner. And this one he does make contact with, however, pulls it a little bit too much, and that misses, just going foul off of the first baseline. So 1-2 count now for Burrell. It would be very surprising if Dykstra squared up here, as of course on a 2-strike count, if you foul off a bunt, then it's an automatic strikeout for the hitter. He does look like he's going to square up. However, he pulls it back as the pitch misses pretty badly off into the right-handed batter's box. So 2-2 pitch, 2-2 count here, excuse me, for Burrell. Throws over once again. Perhaps they think that Buckner might have the signal to go here if Dykstra does decide to lay down another bunt, which would be surprising, but he did try to square up before that last pitch. This one he lets go, misses just low in the zone, so bring us to another full count. Going back to the Defender softball team, though, they have had a very successful year as a whole, 33-11 record thus far, 14-6 in conference. This one is lined at Davis, who's not able to make the catch. However, he recovers and gets the out at first. That one was scorched straight at Davis. He just kind of put his glove over his face trying to protect himself. So advancing on the play was Buckner. So he'll be at second. So scoring threat here for the Raiders as the top of the lineup comes around. Sam Stanford steps in, popped out to the third baseman in his first at bat. So 1 out here, top of the third inning. First pitch of the at bat, chopped up the middle. Carrick able to make the hop. He read that play very well and then make the throw on the run across his body, able to retire Stanford, who is, however, able to move over the runner Buckner to third. So Buckner just 30 feet away from scoring now as Kip Cullinan steps in for his second plate appearance of the day. Cullinan lining out to Logan DeVries, the second baseman, in his first at bat. Well hit ball. Just looking to do the same here, but maybe place it a little differently. Swinging once again. I believe Cullinan swung at the first strike he saw on his last at bat. Oh well, this one is fouled off, out of play though. So Burrell gets ahead in the count quickly. 0-1 now. This one also swung on and fouled away. This time pulled towards his own dugout. So down to hole 0-2. Burrell looking to get out of the inning, keeping that run from scoring. The defenders would love to have an opportunity to take the lead first. It's interesting seeing the shift the defenders have put on here. DeVries is all the way in the grass there at second. Looks like they have some inside scouting perhaps that says that Cullinan typically pulls it into that gap there in between the first and second baseman. Third pitch of the at-bat missed outside, so 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner on third here in the top of the third inning. This one swung on and flown out to fairly shallow left field. This ball is drifting though. Anthony Rodriguez able to make the read though, fights off the wind and makes the catch, and so that will bring the top of the third inning to a close. We'll be back with you just a minute here at Open Space Park.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Furniture Mart. Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, window treatments at your local Furniture Mart, family owned and located downtown Sioux Center.
Today,
Time and time again at Dordt, we've seen through all of our children now that Dordt has God-honoring excellence, that they value that in all areas. That commitment to excellence inspires your kid. That draws kids in when you have that God-honoring excellence.
We appreciate the mission of Dordt, but more importantly, what we appreciate is that we've seen the organization, the team of people at Dordt live out that mission every day and stay true to that mission.
All right. Well, welcome back here to the bottom of the third inning in the second game of the doubleheader between the Raiders and the Defenders. Trevor Jackson stepping in as this one is lined in the defender dugout. Looked like Ethan Hugesteiger might have taken a ball to the shin there. Kind of limping off a little bit. That one was lined straight at the dugout. Perhaps some bad blood there between Jackson and Hugesteiger. Who knows? Swung on and missed. Jackson quickly down 0-2 in the count. Jackson, the 9-hitter in this defender lineup. 254 average on the year so far. 18 hits, 12 RBIs, 3 home runs, 71 plate appearances, 71 at-bats, excuse me. As this one misses low and away outside into the dirt. 1-2 count now for Brady Roberts. Roberts 4 strikeouts already, looking to do more of the same. Defenders looking to put the ball into play a little bit more and get something going for the offense. This one is in there for a strike, though. Good breaking ball from Roberts, or that one just dropped off the table, and Jackson not able to do much about that. So now we'll come to the top of the lineup once again for the Defenders. Logan Harris stepping up to the at-bat. Harris with the only defender hit thus far. He beat out an infield single. He did a little chopper to the shortstop and was able to run down to first base and beat the throw. Another curveball in there. It looked like that was a similar placement as the last pitch, but home plate umpire thought it missed high. Defender fans are okay with that. 1-0 count here. Harris going for the high cheese. Swings on and misses. Evens up the count. 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-1 from Roberts. This one in there. Harris once again swing on a bit of a high strike. Good fastball though from Roberts. Similar location to the previous pitch. 1-2 count now. Roberts is working very quickly. Not much time for these defender hitters to get settled in the batter's box, and he is going to pick up another strikeout. This one bounces in the dirt, but will be a put out for the catcher. So that's a strikeout with a 2-3 put out. So Roberts, 6 strikeouts already in just 3 innings. Roberts has really been able to fool these defenders with the 12-6 curveball, as working in tandem with his fastball and changeup as well. Now stepping up is number 13, Nolan Christensen. Second at-bat of the day for him. He takes a called strike 1. Another curveball in there. Hits the inside corner. Christensen reaching in his first plate appearance. So able to draw a 7-pitch walk. This one misses high. 1-1 count. 1-1 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Excuse me. Defenders are the home team. So Christensen looking to get something going here for the defender offense. Swings on and fouls one right back at us. Goes over this netting here. So 1-2 count. 2 outs here. Roberts looking to strike out the side here. has Christensen down quickly, 1-2. And there's another fastball, just misses high. Christensen able to lay off it. 2-2 count now, all even. And the 2-2 pitch. This one misses low. So Christensen able to battle back from a 1-2 count. He's able to fight backs to make it a 3-2 count, now full. Looking to either draw a walk or get a base hit if you're Nolan Christensen or a Defender fan. Raiders fans hoping for a putout here. This one is lined to the shortstop. Buckner makes throw across the diamond and is able to get Christensen at first base. So 6-3 to end the inning. So Roberts continues dominating. Only one hit given up thus far. 2 base runners through 3 innings. No runs, no hits, no one left on base for the Defenders in the bottom of the third. We'll be back with you here on the Dordt Media Network in just a minute.
So the new generation of leadership has really benefited from the benevolency of the past leadership.
We were busy from the get-go. They knew who I was, they know my name, they know my first name, they know my parents. It's a small town community with big town amenities. We're privileged to be able to support a place like a Jimmy John's and other franchises like it.
We focus on being a multi-generational boutique to reach as many women in town here that we can. Our goal is just to be a place that can empower women and also just have like the joys of fashion and just a place in town here that brings high fashion into our small town.
Seems like everyone is looking for ways to expand. People are talking about how to grow their businesses, where to find the people to grow their businesses, and just looking to the next best thing out there, whatever their field might be, including ours.
The biggest thing is the city is always growing and investing in the future, which is great to see as a business owner because you know it's not going away anytime soon. You can really put down roots here.
Hello and welcome back. This game moving along fairly quickly so far. Both teams held scoreless thus far through 3 innings. Raiders looking to strike here in the top of the 4th. They got their 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Vogel, Prep, and Shelton stepping up. So Noah Vogel here in his second at-bat swings through the first pitch, 0-1. Vogel able to reach on a walk, the only Raiders base runner through 3 innings. Excuse me, one of 2 Raiders base runners here through 3 innings. Second pitch misses low, 1-1 count now. So going back to the women's softball team here at Dordt, 33-11 overall, which is one of the best in their conference. 14-6 in their conference. In the Great Plains Athletic Conference as a whole, the Dordt women's softball team, as this one is grounded to first base. Caden Davis able to field it, come in and retire Vogel. So quick out for Roberts, who has been marching through this Raiders lineup so far. One down here. Excuse me, I'm trying to pull up the conference rankings for our women's softball team. Tied for 3rd in the conference is Dordt. Just only ahead is Northwestern and Morningside. As stated, Dordt has a 14-6 record in conference for the softball team, as this one is flown out to shallow center field. Coming in on is Logan Harris, but it's looking like DeVries is going to call him off as he makes the play. Nice read there by DeVries. Calling off his center fielder there. Looked like he had a bit of a better angle on it. And now stepping up to the plate for the Raiders. Number 44, Colby Shelton. Popped up to Caden Davis, the first baseman, in his first at-bat. The first pitch misses low for a ball. going back to the GPAC softball standings, Northwestern 18-2 in the conference, Morningside 15-5, and then Dordt 14-6, tied with Midland, who is also 14-6. So Dordt softball team looking to do some damage in the GPAC tournament, which will be coming up in just about a week or so. May 3rd is when the GPAC tournament kicks off. So our Dordt girls hoping to knock off some teams and make a statement there, as this one is fouled off. 1-2 count now for the defender pitcher Mike Bruel. 2-1, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Shelton awaits the pitch. That one is in there for a strike, just at the knees. So now count tied up at 2-2. Once again, Bruel looking to have another 1-2-3 inning. Be his second of the day. As this one is in there for a called strike 3. Shelton doesn't like the play. However, he is walking back to the dugout. That would be another strikeout for Bruel, and we will be back with you here in about 30 seconds on our Dordt Media Network. Thank you once again for tuning in. We'll see you in just a minute.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner & Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
Welcome back to Open Space Park here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Here in a fairly beautiful night here in Sioux Center. Temperature is just in the low 50s, maybe high 40s range. Blustery day out here. 1-1 count now for Juan Sanchez. Sanchez struck out in his first plate appearance, looking to do some damage here against Roberts. This one misses just low. 2-1 count now. This has been somewhat of a pitcher's duel so far out here tonight. Both pitchers able to mow through these lineups. Just a few hits on both sides. I believe the defenders only have 1 hit. And Northwestern just with, I believe, 1 hit as well. Been a few walks as well. 3-1 count now for Sanchez. Looking to get something going here. Defenders, good chance to strike here. They got their 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up this inning. This one swung on and missed. Sanchez liked that one just a little bit in front of it. 3-2 pitch now. So Sanchez looking to lead off the inning by getting himself on base. Roberts looking to do more of the same what he's been. And Sanchez swings through, chases the pitch, which is probably a little bit off the plate, but deceptive pitch there from Roberts. And that will be his 7th strikeout in just 4 innings. So now stepping up into the box, number 4, Dylan Stanley, also struck out in his first plate appearance. Stanley swings on and puts a charge into this one, drifting right. Mason Porup giving chase, not able to get there. Good hustle, though, by Porup. Wind kind of carrying that one farther, just drifted off over by the warning track in foul territory in right field over there. So Stanley down 0-1. Dordt's track team will be in action this weekend. They had some relays today actually in Des Moines. Both the men's and women's track. This one is also fouled off to shallow right field. This one will drift out of play, going over by the Raiders bullpen out there in foul territory. But then also tomorrow, the men's and women's track teams will also be in action. Once again, in Des Moines, around 12 o'clock is when the relays start. So defender teams looking to continue what's been a successful year for them in track and field. Stanley also put down on strikes. So 8 strikeouts now for Roberts, keeping his dominant performance going. And now stepping into the box for the defenders, number 1, Jason Carrig. Carrig grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat, looking to do a little bit more damage here, perhaps, in this second at-bat. Squares up to bunt, but quickly pulls it back. That one is in there for a strike, though. Good curveball from Roberts. Yeah, it's been a good year for the Dordt track and field team, both men's and women's. Women's 4x4, was able to win one of their races recently, as this one is grounded also to Eli Rash. So another 4-3 put out for those of you keeping track at home. That brings this bottom of the 4th inning to a quick close. 1-2-3 goes Roberts. We will see you in just a minute for the top of the 5th inning here in Sioux Center on a beautiful Friday night.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
All right, hello and welcome back to Open Space Park here in the top of the 5th inning. Well, 46 pitches, only 46 pitches through these first 4 innings, and looks like this is going to be 47 will be, I believe this one gets down for a foul ball. Looked like Jackson might have a chance to make a play on that, but kept drifting and landed on the warning track area over there on the left side, right next to the defender's bullpen. So new life here for Jacob Kindhart, his second at bat of the day. Kindhart popping out to Jackson last at bat, almost repeated, almost a mirror image of what happened in his previous at bat against Bruel. Swing on, this one is lined, and it is going, and it is bounced off the fence, and it is gone. That one, Kindhart just getting enough of it. He put a charge into one. He had the velocity for it, and it bounces off the top of the fence and gets out of this ballpark. So Kindheart able to strike first for this Raider team. So the score now goes to 1-0 here in the top of the 5th inning as Kindheart drives the ball out of the park just into right field. 1-0 lead here for the Raiders. For Kindheart, just his first home run of the year, actually. So Kindheart not much of a power hitter, but he's able to put a good swing on it, got the right launch angle, barreled up the ball, and sends it out into short right field. First pitch of this at-bat lands in the dirt. Eli Rash, the batter here, facing Bruel. Rash popped out to the shortstop on his first at-bat. Looking to follow up the home run from from Kindheart with some production here. 2-0 count now. Perhaps we're all a little bit rattled after coasting more or less through the first 4 innings, just 2 base runners before this. Perhaps the home run has him a little bit shaken here. Let's see if he can recover. This one also lined into left field. However, this one will stay in the park. Rodriguez able to react to the line drive, able to get over and make the play. Didn't have to move too far away, more or less hit right at him. So 1 out here now for Bruel in the top of the 5th inning. Now stepping into the box for the Raiders. Number 1, Ethan Buckner, pops this one straight up just to the second baseman, Logan DeVries. DeVries with an easy catch there, very routine play. So P4 that goes if any of you are keeping track at home. So 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th inning. Stepping up to the plate now for the Raiders, number 13, Drew Dykstra. Dykstra grounded out to Caden Davis. First baseman is last at bat. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Good eye there, just missed outside. So 1-0 count here, 2 outs. 1-0 is our score here in favor of the Raiders here in the top of the 5th inning. Bruel, the 1-0. That one is in there for a strike. Catches the outside edge. 1-1 count now. Count goes back to even. This one swung on and lined into right field. Christensen gets in front of it, gets it back into the infield. So Dykstra able to produce a 2-out single. Perhaps the start of a 2-out rally here for the Raiders. We'll have to see how it plays out now. Sanchez is going to have a quick meeting with his pitcher Bruel on the mound. Probably just giving him a breather. Trying to make sure he's in a good headspace. Dordt women's golf this past Monday had a meet out in they had a meet out in Sioux Center, just here at the Ridge Golf Course, just in town. Defender team coming 6 out of 9 out of the rest of the GPAC teams there. Park University coming first, followed by Dakota Wesleyan, then Mount Marty, then Jamestown, followed by Northwestern and Dordt. Rachel Bostwick having the best round of any defender at that invite, as the first pitch is in there for a strike from Bruel. Bostwick shot a 84 in her first round, then a 79 in her second, for a cumulative score of 163. Defender team as a whole shot a 339 in the first 18 and a 334 in the second 18. As this one is driven deep into center field. Going back to make the play, though, is Harris able to get around. Nice play there by Harris. Read the ball, able to make a good play. And that will bring us to the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 man left on base there for the Raiders. We'll be back with you in about 30 seconds here at Open Space Park. Thank you once again for tuning in.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Hello and welcome back here to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Open Space Park, and DeVries putting a charge into the first pitch of the inning, sent it deep into left field, but able to range back and make the play is Noah Vogel. Stanley jumped on that first pitch. Looked like he got the good part of the barrel on it, but just popped it up a bit too high. Not the ideal launch angle, if you will. So now stepping up to the plate, number 10, Caden Davis. Davis struck out in his first at-bat. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Davis did not like the call, shaking his head in disgust a little bit. Perhaps he thought it was outside. Maybe he was right, maybe he was not. It's now 0-1 count here. 1 out. Davis grounding this one to the shortstop. Buckner makes the throw and is able to retire Davis. Fairly routine play there for Buckner. So quickly 2 outs in this inning. Just 3 pitches from Roberts so far to get the first 2 batters. Just now coming to bat for the defenders, number 29, Anthony Rodriguez. Rodriguez grounded out to the second baseman Eli Rash on his first at-bat. Having a quick conference with his coach, third base coach Ian Eshelman. Perhaps getting some advice on how to approach the at-bat. Some strategizing going on. And now Rodriguez stepping in for ready to receive the first pitch of the at-bat. So 2 outs here, no one on base, 1-0 score in favor of the Raiders in the bottom of the 5th inning, as Rodriguez was not able to check his swing successfully on that first pitch. So 0-1 count here. Rodriguez swings and got fooled on that second pitch. Good breaking ball there from Roberts. Just kept hanging up there. Not enough to be a hanging breaking ball. Had some good late action, just dropped into the zone. And so Rodriguez swings through it quickly down 0-2 in this count. Another breaking ball in there. Good pitch, but able to fight it off is Rodriguez. Extending the at-bat a little bit here. Roberts has flown through this lineup. Just 68 pitches now through the 5 innings thus far. 69th pitch on its way. And swinging through it is Roberts, and that one is in the dirt, but able to make the putout is Kindheart. So once again, Roberts able to go 1-2-3, picks up his 9th strikeout of the evening so far. Roberts having a dominant pitching performance thus far, shutout through 5 innings. We'll be back with you here in Sioux Center in just a minute. Thank you for tuning in.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
All right, hello and welcome back to the top of the 6th inning here at Open Space Park on this beautiful, lovely, if you will, Friday evening. This game has been going along quite quickly so far. Excuse my grammar there. This one is swung on and fouled off to the left. This game just over an hour through 5 innings thus far. Very quick pace. Both pitchers have been on their game. Just one earned run in this game, and that was due to Kindhart's solo home run last inning. As this one is also driven deep into right field. However, it will stay in the park. Nolan Christensen able to make the play out there in right field. So 1 out here for Mike Bruel. That was Cullinan who lined out to right field there. Now stepping up to the plate is the Raiders' 3-hitter, Noah Vogel. Vogel ground out to Caden Davis in his previous at-bat. Looking to do some damage here in the top of the 6th inning. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Just hit that outside corner. Nice pitch there from Bruel. As I was saying, though, both pitchers have been able to utilize their pitches very well, using their four seams as well as their off-speed pitches to keep the hitters more or less guessing all day. 1-1 count now. Both Bruel and Roberts have been able to hit their spots consistently on target. Both catchers are doing a good job calling the game behind the plate as well. Props to Sanchez and Kindhart. That one just misses low and away. 2-1 count now. 2-1 count. 1 out. 1-0 is the score here. Northwestern leading the 2-1 delivery. This one swung on and pushed into left field. That will go down for a base hit. Digging for second is Vogel, and he will get there, sliding into second. Defender's not able to relay the ball in quick enough, so that will be a slide-in double for Vogel. So 1 out double. Able to get a runner into scoring position are the Raiders. Vogel has now reached twice today, so 1 for 2. Had a walk in his first at-bat. But now stepping into the box for the Raiders, number 3, Mason Porup. Flew out to shallow center field last at-bat. Logan DeVries, second baseman, made the play. Burrell steps off the mound, and Sanchez will have another brief conference with Burrell. Probably giving him some time to breathe, just relax a little bit, get back on his game so they can keep that runner from scoring. Defenders not wanting to fall into any more of a deficit than they are already. Just a 1-0 game, but nonetheless, any insurance runs for the Raiders would be coveted if you're a Raiders fan, but defenders would like to keep this game as close as possible. Sanchez and the home plate umpire hustling back to the plate. So Porup will step in and await the 1-0 delivery from Bruel. Bruel looking in. Gets the sign. Operating from the stretch. Delivers. Swing on and missing is Porup. Big swing there, but he got fooled a little bit. Looked to be a bit of a changeup or a two-seam fastball. So 1-1 count here now. 1 out. Porup delivers, and this one is not lined, but popped into shallow left field. Coming in and making a beautiful sliding catch is Anthony Rodriguez, though. Able to get a good beat on the ball. He had to cover a lot of distance there, though. Impressive play there by Rodriguez. That looked like he was going to drop in for a single for Porup, but Rodriguez robs Porup of the base hit and keeps Vogel at second. Nice play there for Rodriguez once again. So 2 outs here now in the top of the 6th inning as number 44, Colby Shelton, steps in. And Shelton lines this one into left field. This one just drifts foul. Nice break if you're Bruel. That ball was hit pretty well, but just hooked foul. So 0-1. Down on the count is Shelton. Shelton struck out in his first at-bat. In his previous at-bat, excuse me. 0 for 2 thus far. This one fouled off. Just off to the right, over by our football facility to the right. 0-2 count now quickly for Bruel. Once again, Bruel looking to keep that runner from advancing or scoring, ideally. Looking to get out of this inning in fairly quick order. This one is chopped foul to the third base coach. Third base coach attempts to make a play on the ball, not able to successfully cradle the foul ball. So 0-2 count once again, and we will do it all over again. Bruel looks in, gets his sign from Sanchez, comes set. The 0-2 delivery on its way. A little bit of sidearm action there from Bruel, changing the arm slot a little bit. Perhaps trying to deceive Shelton a little bit. Did not exactly work, though, as the pitch missed by a few inches off the side of the plate, just over the white chalk on the left-handed batter's box. So 1-2 count here. Delivery. This one is lined up the middle. Let's see if Vogel will make a play at the plate. And Vogel scoring quite easily. Caden Davis cut off the throw from the center fielder Harris. So RBI single from Colby Shelton. And the Raiders now lead the game 2-0. Much needed insurance run for the Raiders. For the defenders, not something they would love to see. However, that was a nice piece of hitting. Good protective swing by Shelton. Able to line it straight up the middle and drive in Vogel. So now stepping into the box is Jacob Kindhart. Kindhart with the other earned run thus far this evening. Hit a solo home run just off the top of the fence in right field in the 5th inning. Defenders looking to limit the damage here. Coach Nathan Bacon calling a mound visit here. Doesn't look like there will be a pitching change or anything. Just talk over some strategy, check his composure and stamina a little bit. Get him settled. Defender men's golf had the GPAC, competing in the GPAC championship this past week. Freddie Bullock actually won that championship. Shot 2 under through his 3 rounds. 71 in round 1, 70 in round 2, and a 73 in round 3 for a total of 214. He tied with Blake Anderson from Doane. However, they went to a playoff hole, and Bullock was able to get a birdie in that playoff hole and take the win. This one is swung on and fouled just off to the left over by the defender bullpen, where there is now some action. So 1-1 count here in the in the 6th inning. 2 outs. 2-0 lead for the Northwestern Raiders. This one is swung on and flown into left field. Making the play, though, is Rodriguez, which will retire the side. However, not before the Northwestern Raiders are able to strike with 1 run and 2 hits, 1 man left on base. 2-0 lead here for the Raiders. We will see you in a moment back here on Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
Hello and welcome back here to Open Space Park here in the bottom of the 6th inning in our contest between the Northwestern Raiders and the Dordt Defenders. Stepping up to the Defenders, rounding off their lineup, Trevor Jackson, third baseman for the Defenders in this game tonight. 1-1 count here as this second pitch misses high from Roberts. Roberts, a very impressive game thus far. 9 strikeouts, just 1 hit given up, 2 base runners thus far. This one misses as well. 2-1 is the count now. Jackson struck out in his first plate appearance against Roberts. Looking to put a ball into play perhaps and get something going for the Defenders here as this one comes inside. Nearly hits Jackson. Jackson able to evade the pitch successfully. Bring us to a 3-1 count now. Good hitter's count for Jackson. He can either choose to attack a pitch of his liking or take a strike or take a ball for a walk. 3-1 count. Swinging on and missing is Jackson. Good fastball from Roberts. Able to tuck it away in the bottom right corner of the zone. Left from the perspective of the pitcher. And waving on and missing, Jackson will go down with another strikeout, his second of the day, and Roberts will pick up his 10th strikeout of the day, able to mow through the first Defender offensive player of the inning thus far. Back to the top of the lineup for Dordt. Number 20, Logan Harris stepping in, also struck out in his last at-bat. Roberts quickly setting and delivering. Good action on that curveball there. He has a lot of bite, a lot of spin on that curveball, but this one missed low. 1-0 is the count. Fastball is swung on and crushed into left field. And that ball going all the way to the parking lot. Just missing left. Fortunately for Roberts, just a long strike. But for Harris, good positive sign. My car is parked over in that parking lot. I hope there will not be a crack in my windshield when I go and check it out later. 1-1 is the count now. This one misses high. So Harris able to work his way to a favorable count now, 2-1. More or less favorable. 2-1 pitch on its way. This one in there for a strike, or not necessarily for a strike. However, Harris offers at it. That'll even up the count. 2-2. So 2-2, 1 out, 2-0 game here in the bottom of the sixth. This one misses low. So now full count here for Logan Harris, looking to make something happen for the defender lineup. Defenders have not had a base runner for 4 consecutive innings, not since the first inning, and Harris able to change that, drawing a walk on, I believe, 7 pitches. It may have been 8, forgive me. So Harris able to draw a 1-out walk, which will bring number 13, Nolan Christian, up to the plate, looking to capitalize on the 1-out walk from Harris. Christensen grounded to the shortstop in his last at-bat. Squares up to bunt on the first pitch. Pulls it back, though. Perhaps didn't like the location. Perhaps trying to see the defensive shift from the Raiders. Either way, 0-1 count now. Roberts with a good pickoff move. He utilized that jump quite well. There are 2 main strategies for picking off runners on first. That was one of them. But Harris able to get back. Once again, Harris is a threat on the base pass. He had a stolen base in the first inning. And offering at the 0-1 is Christensen. Not able to connect on the bunt attempt, though. So he drops to 0-2 in the count now. It'll be interesting to see if the defenders will put Harris in motion here. They will not. And instead, swinging through it will be Christensen. Christensen with his Christensen striking out, bring us to 2 outs in the inning. For Roberts, that would be his, I believe, his 10th strikeout of the day now, 10th or 11th. I will check with you in a moment. I will confirm that in a moment, if you will. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the defenders. Now stepping up to bat, Juan Sanchez struck out in his last at bat. Seems to be a common theme here. A lot of strikeouts from this defender lineup. Been a dominant performance by Roberts thus far. Misses the first pitch though. Got confirmation that was his 11th strikeout of the day so far. So 11 strikeouts in just 5 2/3 innings thus far. Impressive stat line. As this one is fouled straight back in the netting. Over on the right side of the diamond, left from the pitcher's perspective. 1-2 count. 1-2, 2 outs. 2-0 game here in the bottom of the 6th inning at Open Space Park, as this one is swung on and fouled back as well. So Sanchez defending in this at-bat, able to foul off a couple tough pitches from Roberts. Roberts, as usual, moving fast, looks in, gets his sign, and delivering here. This one misses low in the dirt. Nice block there from Kindhard. Able to keep Harris from advancing to second. 2-2 count now. Sanchez awaiting the 2-2 delivery. This one just misses outside. Good pitch from Roberts. He started running off the mound. He thought it was there. Home plate umpire disagrees. Perhaps just a little bit outside. Either way, nice location. Brings us to a 3-2 count. Harris will most definitely be in motion here. There he goes. This one misses low, so Sanchez able to draw a 2-out walk, keeping the defenders' scoring hopes alive here in the bottom of the 6th inning. If you're a Defender fan, this is who you would like to see coming up to the plate. Dylan Stanley, their 4-hitter, their cleanup hitter. A lot of power, a lot of RBIs in the year. As I stated earlier, Stanley, 26 RBIs, most on the team thus far. Coming in to run for Sanchez will be number 7, Caleb Beard for the Defenders. As the Northwestern Raiders will have a quick conference on the mound. Doesn't look like they're going to pull Roberts out. Head coach just having a talk with him, perhaps giving him a chance to breathe, get his composure and stamina back up a little bit. Beard on the year, 3 stolen bases, certainly has some speed. So for the Defenders, 2 quick base runners, a hit in the gap could score for sure 1, if not 2. Beard, a lot of speed over there at first base, as stated. So Stanley looking to have a productive at-bat here. Get some runs driven in for the Defenders. If you're a Raider fan, you would love to get a stop here. Stanley also 6 home runs on the year. Certainly is a possibility that he could send one over the fence here, but we'll have to see how this at-bat plays out. So Stanley steps in and awaits the first pitch. This one misses low in the dirt. Kindheart able to block it. Brings us to a 1-0 count after the curveball missed in the dirt. Raiders now have a pitcher up in the bullpen. Some action over there, keeping their options open. Roberts comes set, delivers the 1-0. This one catches the outside corner, ties up the count at 1-1. So runners on first and second here for Dordt, 2 outs, with Stanley up at the plate. 1-1 count, 2-0 score in the game. Dordt would love to get at least 1, if not 2 or 3, possibly in this inning. Stanley takes a fastball on the outside corner. Good location there from Roberts. He has lived there today. A lot of strikes on that outside corner, outside half, in tandem with that curveball. Roberts has been a machine so far. 1-2 count, 2 outs. And Stanley swings through it, so Roberts able to get out of the inning once again, picking up his 12th K of the night. Stanley, impressive display of pitching so far. Seth is able to get out of a tricky situation there with runners on first and second. So Defenders with no hits, 2 runners left on base, no runs. We will be back with you in a moment here at Open Space Park.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today. Serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
Hello and welcome back here to Open Space Park on this lovely Friday evening. You can see the sun setting just off to the left field corner. Defenders making a pitching change in between innings, so Matthew Ramstead steps in. 11.25 ERA, 1-2 record, and 16 innings pitched. Ramstead with 16 strikeouts in those 12 strikeouts, in those 16 innings. 314 batting average has been earned against him by opposing hitters. Ramstead quickly falling behind 2-0 in this count. Comes set and delivers. Ramstead with the 2-0 delivery. This one is in there for a strike. 2-1 count now. Up to the plate for the Raiders, number 12, Eli Rash. Rash lined out to left field in his last at-bat. Hard hit ball, but left fielder was in the right position. 3-1 count now for Rash, though. Ramstead a little bit shaky to start. Looking to settle in and fight this Raider lineup. However, leadoff walk for the Raiders. Get their first runner on base, so Rash will come over to first base. And now Ramstead will face Ethan Buckner, shortstop for the Raider team. Popped out to second base in his last at-bat. So Ramstead looks in, awaits the sign from Sanchez, gets the sign, comes set, delivers on this one, is also outside. So Ramstead, 5 of his first 6 pitches are balls. No activity, little bit of activity, in the defender bullpen. Just in case. 1-0 count now. No outs here in the top of the 7th inning. This one's in there for a strike. Buckner didn't exactly love that call. However, it did look like it hit the letters there on his jersey. 1-1 count here. Squaring up is Buckner. Ramstead fielding it, makes throw to first base. Nice play there from Ramstead. Threw it from a knee, almost to the splits a little bit. Nice play. Called off his catcher Sanchez a little bit. Gave a little nod to Sanchez. Sanchez having to almost dodge that throw a little bit, but once again, great play by Ramstead, able to get off the mound quickly. However, for the Raiders, that was exactly what they were looking for. They get that runner over to second base. Nice sacrifice bunt there from Buckner. Even though he couldn't beat it out, it was still what they intended to do there. This one hitting number 13, Drew Dykstra, so he'll get a free pass to first base. So that will bring up the top of the lineup for the Raiders. Sam Stanford's got runners on first and second now. So Ramstead in a bit of a tricky situation. Nice pitch though on the first pitch of the at-bat. Gets ahead quickly. 0-1 count. Ramstead comes set. And the 0-1 delivery. This one is low into the dirt. 1-1 count now. Stanford, in his last at-bat, flew out to center field. If I recall, it was a fairly well-driven ball. He caught it a little bit too high, a little bit too large of a launch angle, but good contact nonetheless. Swings on and hits this one. This one is popped up. Looks like it is drifting just out of play over by the predominantly Northwestern crowd over on the right side of our booth. So Ramstead able to get ahead in the count now. 1-2. 1-2, 1 out, 2-0 game still here in the top of the 7th at Open Space Park. Runners on first and second. Runner on second is Rash, as this one is lined up the middle. Stanford able to make good contact with that one, and that will drive in Eli Rash. So that'll be an RBI single for Stanford. His first hit of this game, which increases the lead to 3-0 now for the Raiders. Nice piece of hitting there for Stanford. Went the other way a little bit, right over DeVries' head over at second base. And now there will be yet another pitching change for the defenders as Coach Nathan Bacon signals to the bullpen to bring another reliever. So Ramsed with a short appearance, just a third of an inning. He earned one out, but gave up a hit. He hit a batter and also walked a batter, gave up 1 run. Potentially 3 runs if the next 2 were to come in. They would be his responsibility, not the current pitcher, who is number 6 for the defenders. Number 6, Mason Price. Price coming in with a 17.51 ERA. However, that is in 12 innings pitched, so bear that in mind. He has not had a large sample size as of yet. 12 strikeouts in those 12 innings. He has allowed a .381 batting average from opposing hitters. 1-1 record on the year thus far for Price. Price coming in a bit of a sticky situation here. Runners on first and third, just 1 out. And if you're a Northwestern fan, you're happy to see that it is the heart of the order here. 2, 3, and at least the 2 and 3 hitters to most likely face Price, unless the defenders can get a ground ball double play here up the middle. But Price will have to be careful with how he approaches Cullinan, excuse me. Cullinan 319 average on the year thus far. But more than that, 6 home runs, 10 doubles, as well as 31 RBIs. Bit of a run driving in machine, if you will, for this Red Raiders team. Sanchez giving out his signs for the first and third situation. Perhaps they'll throw all the way down to second base. Maybe it'll be cut off by Carrig. Maybe it'll be a back pick to third. We'll have to see how the defenders play this one off. We may not even see a stolen base from the Raiders. That also is a possibility. Stanford getting a healthy lead there at first base, excuse me. He will not take off first pitch. Price misses upstairs, bringing us to an 0-1 count here with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Raiders now leading 3-0 over this defender team. It is worthy to be noted the defenders did overcome a 3-0 lead in our previous game, though they did overcome that lead over the course of the game. However, they did overcome a 3-0 lead and defeat the Raiders 6-4 in our previous game, so we will see what this game has in store. 1-1 count now. This one also misses upstairs and away. 2-1. So Culligan ahead in the count now. I guess it could be labeled as ahead, maybe even. The 2-1 swinging through and missing. This one is Cullinan. Looked like he got fooled a little bit there by Price's speed. Looked like he was a little bit ahead of that pitch. So 2-2 count here now. Price comes set. And the delivery, and swinging through it and missing is Cullinan. So able to earn a strike, and his first batter faced is Price. That's huge for him. So now 2 outs and a force out at either second or first now for Price as well. However, he will have to get through Noah Vogel, who hit a double down the left field line his last at bat and later came in to score, being driven in by Shelton. So Price looking in, gets his pitch. And the first pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one is in there for a strike. Noah looked like he kind of chucked a swing there, but nonetheless, that was in there for a strike anyway. Good location by Price, getting ahead of the count quickly. 0-1 now. This one just missing low and away. 1-1 count now. Defenders would love to get a sweep of this doubleheader here, but they have a lot of work cut out for them if they want to make that a reality. So 1-2 count now. Price looking to retire 2 hitters in a row and get out of this inning. Keep any more runs from coming in for the Raiders. And that one is in there for a strike. So Price faces 2 batters and gets 2 consecutive strikeouts. Nice piece of pitching there for Price. Gets defenders out of a tough situation. So now we will see you back here in the bottom of the 7th inning in just a minute here on the Dordt Media Network. I'm going to take a 7th inning stretch. I hope you guys take a 7th inning stretch in as well. Thank you.
The spiritual climate and the community itself is strong. And Dordt remains unapologetically Christian in their mission. And we certainly believe for our kids, the best fit is an institution that believes that every square inch, every aspect of your life comes under the lordship of God. And we can see that woven into the classes that our kids have taken, the athletic teams that they've been part of, the music that they've been part of. It's just all a culture that we appreciate and love so much.
Welcome back here now to the bottom of the 7th inning here at Open Space Park. Leading off the inning for the defenders will be Jason Carrick, the number 5 batter for this defender lineup. And this one is ripped down the right field baseline. Carrick is going to dig for second. And it looked like he will get there easily. So Carrick comes into second, standing up, leading off the inning with a double into that right field corner. Nice piece of hitting by Carrick. He jumped on that first pitch and was able to put a good swing on it, lined it into right field. So defenders with an instant threat with Carrick there at second base. Carrick has some considerable speed. And so now Caden Davis steps in Logan DeVries steps in, looking to capitalize on the leadoff double from Carrick. And this one is also lined in the outfield. This one down. And Carrick decides to hold up at third base. Coach Eshelman holding him there. Wise choice there from Coach Eshelman. That one was lined, hit very hard into the left field to the left fielder. Carrick did not have enough time to get in. Nonetheless, defenders off to a quick start here in the bottom of the 7th inning, looking to do some damage. Back-to-back hits here as Davis steps in and talks to Coach Nathan Bacon, perhaps getting some strategy here, how to approach this first and third situation. So defenders quickly first and third, no outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing 3-0 against these Northwestern Raiders. Davis, 7 home runs on the year, does have a lot of power. Also 4 doubles. A lot of extra base hits for Davis on the year. So the first pitch misses low in the dirt. Nice block there by Kindheart. Roberts has not given up many hits in this game. Those are just the second and third hits for this defender squad. Have not picked up a hit since the first inning. This one is swung on and fouled by Davis. 1-1 count now. So Davis steps in and it awaits the 1-1 delivery from Roberts. Pitch is on its way. Davis swings, and this one looks like it's heading towards the gap. Tagging up is Carrick, though. That one looked like it might have a chance to get down. Nonetheless, Davis doing his job. Sacrifice fly there. Hit to Drew Dykstra, able to range over and make the catch. So defenders able to scratch one across here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Davis picks up the first defender RBI of this game. So now stepping in with one out here will be Anthony Rodriguez, looking to do some damage here. Swings through the first pitch. Over on first, DeVries. DeVries no stolen base on the year. Probably not much of a threat for the Raiders to think about. However, this one is lined on the left field line. Drifts foul, though. Good swing there by Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for 2 in the day thus far. Grounded to second in his first at-bat and then struck out in his second at-bat. Looking to keep this inning going for the defenders. However, he is down 0-2. Third pitch of the at-bat on its way. Rodriguez is able to bounce one through the gap between the third baseman and shortstop. Stanford laid out for it, but not able to get there in time. Well hit ball by Rodriguez. So Rodriguez earning the third hit of the inning. The little bouncing single out to left field. Nice piece of defensive hitting there by Rodriguez, down 0-2. Able to fend off the pitch from Roberts. And now hitters on first and second for the defenders. And now we will have a pinch hitter coming in for the defenders. It'll be number 17, Drew Oreskes, 286 batting average on the year, 20 hits, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, and 70 at-bats. So Oreskes stepping in for Jackson, looking to do some damage here, driving in potentially a couple runs for the defenders. Roberts delivering the first pitch of the at-bat. This one is down in the dirt for a ball. So Oreskes coming in cold off the bench. Never an easy thing to do for a hitter. However, he's able to leave the first pitch low, showing some good patience. So 1-0 is the count now for Oreskes. This one's going to be in there for a strike. So Oreskes taking his first 2 pitches. 1-1 count now here in the bottom of the 7th. Defenders able to finally drive in a run here, courtesy of Caden Davis's sacrifice fly to center field. Carrick led off the inning with a double, followed by a single from DeVries. That one in there for a strike. Nice breaking ball from Roberts. So 1-2 count here. 1 out. Drew Oreskes at the plate, standing in for Trevor Jackson. Roberts makes a move as if he is going to pick off to second. However, nobody home. More of a fake than anything else, perhaps to get his rhythm. So 1-2 count here. And the delivery from Roberts. This one catches the outside corner. Oreskes does not like the call. However, the home plate umpire perceived that it caught the outside corner. So Oreskes is brought down on pitches. And that will be Roberts' 13th strikeout of the evening thus far. Defenders going back to the top of their lineup. Logan Harris stepping in here with runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Harris takes the first pitch for a ball. So 1-0 is the count now. Roberts, though, with an impressive game so far, despite the 1 run driven in. As I said, 13 strikeouts here tonight. Roberts came in with 58 strikeouts on the year through 52 innings. So this is well above his average strikeouts per inning. Misses this one high, though. 2-0 is the count. Harris walking in his previous at-bat, looking to keep this rally going for the defenders. 2-0 delivery on its way from Roberts. This one catches the outside corner. Harris doesn't like the call. Looked like it might have been a little bit offside the plate. Outside. However, we are not down right there where the umpire is. 2-1 count now. Delivery from Roberts. This one misses low. So Harris with a favorable count here. 3-1. Harris can either pick a pitch he likes or take a strike or take a ball. We'll see how this at-bat plays out here. 3-1 count. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 7th inning. This one is lined on and driven into deep left field, and it is gone. Logan Harris with a massive 3-run home run, which puts the defenders up 4-3 in this game. Harris with an absolute moonshot into left field gives this one a ride, and that gives the defenders the lead. Harris with another game-leading home run. He had another one of those on Monday night. Harris has been huge for his defender team recently, and he comes up in the clutch. 4-3, defenders lead. What a turn of events here in the 7th inning. Defenders came in down 3 runs, but thanks to a sac fly from Caden Davis, as well as some hits from Carrick, DeVries, and Rodriguez, and now Harris. What a shot by Harris in a big moment, too. Bases clearing, 3-run home run, giving the defenders the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Wow. And this one, flown into left field, camping under is the center fielder, Drew Dykstra. He will make the catch, which brings our 7th inning to a close. However, not before the defenders strike with 4 runs off of 4 hits, no runners left on base. We'll be back with you in just a moment here on the Dordt Media Network for the top of the 8th inning.
You are watching the Dordt Media Network, a broadcast production produced by the students of Dordt University. Thank you for watching.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the top of the 8th inning here in Sioux Center. Dordt defenders now leading 4-3 in this ball game, courtesy of a sacrifice fly from Caden Davis and a 3-run home run from Logan Harris. This one grounded to the second baseman, DeVries. DeVries makes a nice diving stop, but is not able to get up and shuffle the ball over to first base in time. Looks like DeVries might be shaken up a little bit after that dive. Kind of limping a little bit. Might have come down awkwardly on his ankle. Coach Nathan Bacon coming out to check on DeVries, looks like. Trainer quickly in tow. DeVries still wobbling on that ankle a little bit. He looks to be in a fairly significant amount of pain. Be interesting to see what happened there on that play. I wonder if when he planted and tried to dive, if he perhaps turned his ankle or something of the sort. Coach Bacon checking in with DeVries. DeVries cracks a smile. Hopefully that is a good sign for the defenders. So, defenders looking to protect their lead here. Up 4-3 from the previous inning. DeVries looking like he's going to stay in the game. Running a couple sprints, checking if his ankle will hold up. So Coach Bacon and the trainer coming off the field, and it's looking like DeVries will stay in the game. Defender fans happy to hear that and see that. Going back to the current situation, though, so the Raiders leading off the inning with a single to DeVries. DeVries not able to make the play. So now runner on first base, no outs, and stepping up into the plate will be Colby Shelton, DH for this Raider lineup. So one run lead here for defenders. Fairly precarious situation still. Price looking to do what he can to protect the lead. This one misses low on the first pitch. Porup with that single in the previous at-bat. Porup, good base runner. 10 stolen bases on the year. Definitely something the defenders will have to keep in mind as this inning drags on and he remains at first base. We'll see if Northwestern decides to keep him running or not. Shelton quickly up 2-0 in the count, though. Price with what looked to be a balk. I believe that will go down as a balk and not a stolen base. I could be incorrect about that, though. Looked like Price had kind of an awkward delivery there. And that will go down as a balk and not a stolen base. The count will remain 2-0. So Price with an awkward delivery there. And that gives Porup a free advance to second base. So now 3-0 is the count. Price with 3 straight balls. Perhaps a little rattled after that single. He had to stand around for a few minutes while DeVries getting checked out. That one in for a strike, though. Good pitch from Price. So 3-1 is the count here in the top of the 8th inning. Shelton with a single to center field in his last at-bat. Drove in a run. Draws a walk, though, so that will be runners on first and second now for the Raiders. Shelton at first and Porup at second. As Coach Bacon comes out for a mound visit now. This will be a substitute. They will be bringing in a new pitcher for the defenders. So Price with a fairly good showing. He will go 2/3 of an inning, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit, 1 walk allowed. Faced 4 batters. And now the defenders will look to close out this game, bringing in number 25, who is Chaz Gothard. Gothard pitched in our first game, actually was able to get the defenders a save earlier today, looking to do more of the same here for the defenders. Gothard on the year, 8.78 ERA, 2-5 record in 40 innings pitched. 42 strikeouts in those 40 innings. Now has 3 saves, looking to make it 4 after our previous game this afternoon. Gothard coming in a bit of a tricky situation, though. Runners on first and second, no outs. Raiders able to open up this inning with a single, and then able to draw a walk was Shelton. So now Gothard gets ready to face the 6-hitter in this lineup, Jacob Kindhart. If you'll go back to the 5th inning, Kindhart started off the scoring in this game with a solo home run to right field, just skipping off the top of the fence, however, enough distance to be labeled as a home run. It'll be interesting to see if Gothard is able to pitch effectively now after pitching in the first game. Gothard went 1 1/3 innings in the first game. Gave up 1 hit. No runs, though. No walks. So now Gothard looking to protect this lead through 19 pitches in the first game. So it'll be interesting to see if his arm is still holding up. Based on his warm-up throws, looking like he's still got some action on that with that left arm. So now stepping up to bat will be number 2, Jacob Kindhart. So now Gothard delivers. Squaring up to bunt is Kindhart, but he pulls back. This one misses inside, so ball 1. That one looked like it might have been a strike. However, it might have been tough for the umpire to discern that with the bunt being pulled back. So, Gothard, the 1-0 delivery. This one is bunted. However, it is bunted foul just off to the left towards the defender dugout. So Gothard able to get a strike there. So 1-1 count now here in the top of the 8th inning. 4-3 is our score. Runners on first and second. Gothard looking to protect this 1-run lead for the defenders. Once again, scoring up is Kindhart, but Kindhart not able to make contact with that one. A little bit frustrated with himself. Banged his bat against the ground. Good pitch from Gothard, though. He put it on the outside corner of the plate. Tough pitch to bunt. So now, Gothard up 1-2 in this count, looking to put away Kindhart quickly. This one misses upstairs for a ball. 2-1 is the count. 2-2 is the count, excuse me. Kindhart will no longer be able to bunt, though, so we'll see if what the strategy change here is for the Raiders. Ideally, Kindhart would like to put one in play in the infield, perhaps, so we could get those 2 runners over. Or this one is fouled straight back into the netting. 2-2 count still in this at bat, so we will do it all over again. The 2-2 delivery from Gothard. This one in there for a strike. Nice breaking ball from Gothard. And he's able to put down Kindhart after a 7-pitch at bat. That breaking ball just fell off the table. Nice 12-6 curveball. And now stepping up with 1 out in this inning will be number 12, Eli Rash. First pitch in there for a strike from Chaz Gothard. So Rash standing in. Rash in his last at bat walked, and later came around to score. Oh, 1 count here. Gothard, the delivery. This one misses outside. 1-1 count. As I said earlier, though, Gothard already got the save in the first game, so it is possible that his arm is feeling a little fatigue at this point. That'll be something to keep our eye on moving forward. However, it looks like he still has quite a lot of pop in there. Nice pitch on the outside corner. That one just missed, just outside. 2-1 count. That was a nice breaking ball. It looked like it might have curled in towards the end. However, home plate umpire disagrees, so count remains 2-1. The delivery here. This one in for a strike. Nice location from Gothard, running in on the hands a little bit of Rash. So, count is even at 2-2. Gothard looking in. Gets a sign from Sanchez. Comes set. And delivers a 2-2 pitch. This one in there and is flying out to center field. But able to make a play on it is Logan Harris. That ball kind of floated out to him. Not much velocity behind it. And not able to tag up. Not being able to tag up is Mason Porup. Did not go deep enough into center field to be able to advance the runner. So Gothard has come in and supplied a strikeout and a fairly harmless fly ball to center field, able to get 2 quick outs and looking to put away the pinch hitter for the Raiders, who will be number 34. Number 34, Evan Olson, .295 average on the year, 38 hits, 12 RBIs, 1 home run, and 129 at-bats thus far. So Olson coming in cold off the bench. Let's see what he's able to do for the Raiders in this situation. Gothard comes set. And the delivery is low. This one in the dirt. So 1-0 count here. Gothard looking to battle back now in this count. Defenders have been able to protect their lead thus far, but as said, this is a perfect situation for Northwestern to strike. And now Olson is up 2-0 in the count. Sanchez gonna have a quick conference with Gothard, letting him catch his breath a little bit. Walking the ball to him, talk some strategy, give him a couple of pitch sequences perhaps. This is an important, as said, this is an important situation for the defenders to get out of. If you're Northwestern, you'd love to get 1 or 2 runs across, able to at least get a tie. But if you're the defenders, they've been behind all game, but they would like to keep this precarious 1-run lead. These last few innings have played out similarly to the first few innings of our last game, where in the last game, the Northwestern Raiders went up 3-0 in the first inning, and the defenders battled back and got 5 earned runs within the first 3 innings. Whereas in this game, the Northwestern Raiders went up 3-0 in the 5th, 6th, and 7th inning, and then our Dordt team was able to battle back, up 4-3 now in this game. Gothard down 3-0 in this count, though. Tried to get a breaking ball in there, but missed outside and low. So the 3-0 delivery on its way. This one's in there for a strike. Nice pitch from Gothard. So 3-1 is the count here. 3-1, 2 outs, 4-3 score here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch from Gothard, in for another strike. Nice pitch, 3-2 count now. So Gothard able to battle back into this at-bat. Went from 3-0 to now 3-2. Payoff pitch will be on its way in just a moment. Gothard operating from the stretch. Here's the pitch. This one chopped to third. Jackson with the throw across the diamond. It's low. Davis able to make the stretch and make the nice scoop on the ball in the dirt. Nice play from Davis. Good strong throw from Jackson. Able to retire Olsen. So that will bring this game to a close. Defenders successfully able to protect the lead for now, and we will see you in just a minute back here on the Dordt Media Network. Thank you for tuning in. Hello and welcome back here to Open Space Park on this Friday night. Northwestern Raiders made a pitching change between these past half inning. That will bring in number 8, Brady Nicolette, 6.75 ERA on the year thus far. 1-1 record, 14.2 innings pitched. 14.2 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts. 351 batting average allowed to opposing hitters. The first batter he will face will be Juan Sanchez, catcher for the defenders. First pitch catches the outside corner according to the home plate umpire. 0-1 is the count now. Some of the fans not necessarily agreeing with that pitch. That one missing high and away though. 1-1 count now. So, Nicolette looking to keep the defenders from adding any insurance runs. Northwestern only have one more chance to earn some runs here in the top of the 9th. This one misses low, though. 2-1. Nicolette coming set. Delivers a 2-1. This one misses high, so 3-1 count now. Sanchez able to work it to a favorable hitters count here. So this game shaping out to be much like the first of our doubleheader. Defenders have a narrow lead though. Sanchez, swings at a pitch that was in on his hands. Couldn't resist the high cheese, if you will. Full count now here for Sanchez. The payoff pitch on its way. Sanchez swings through this one as well. Vicious cut. However, swing and a miss. Sanchez goes down on pitches, so that will bring up Dylan Stanley with one out here in the bottom of the 8th. Stanley, 0 for 3 thus far, 3 strikeouts on the day. Looking to get something going here, perhaps for the defenders in the bottom of the 8th inning here. Nicolette with a delivery. Stanley swings on and fouls this one straight back. So Nicolette quickly getting ahead in the count, 0-1. Stanley awaiting the 0-1 count, the 0-1 pitch. Here's the delivery. This one misses low, 1-1 count. Looking ahead, tomorrow afternoon, we have a double header here in Sioux Center, once again between this Northwestern and Dordt team. The first game will start at around 1 p.m., and following the end of that game, we will come back and have our second game at 3:30 p.m. around then. Who knows? Could be before that. Could be after. So make sure to tune in for those games. If it's anything like it's been like these, as Stanley strikes out, his 4th strikeout of the day. Nicolette able to get 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th, which will bring up Jason Carrig for the defenders. Carrig had a double down the right field line, in his last at bat. Looking to perhaps get a 2-out rally going here for the defenders. But as I was saying, please tune in tomorrow to watch the doubleheader between these two teams. These have been very entertaining and interesting games, and I would expect tomorrow to be more of the same. First pitch there to Carrig is in for a strike. Hits the outside corner. 0-1. Now is the count. Carrig weighing the 0-1 from Nicolette. This one swung on and hit just in off the hands, and this one is off of the glove of Ethan Buckner there at shortstop. Looked to be a routine play there, but that's going to go as an error right off his glove. Wasn't even hit that hard. It might have had some interesting spin off it. Carrig did hit that off of his hands, which could have produced some weird backspin perhaps. But Buckner just simply biffs the play, and that will allow the defenders to get their first base runner of the inning. Carrig reaching on an E6 there. Now coming up for the defenders as Nicolette throws over to first base will be number 2, Logan DeVries. DeVries singled to left field in his previous at bat, looking to keep this 2-out splurt going for the defenders. Another throw over to first base. Carrig gets back in safely. As pointed out earlier, Carrig is a threat in the base pass. 3 stolen bases on the year. Another throw over to first base. Carrig able to get back easily. Nicolette clearly not comfortable with the lead that Carrig has been able to get over there. Perhaps a little mind game going on there. And this one comes inside on DeVries, just misses him. So 1-0 count for DeVries here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 outs, 4-3 advantage for the defenders. This one also misses inside. And it gets a piece of DeVries' uniform, so that will be a hit by pitch. And DeVries will get a free pass to first base. So the defenders with some momentum here in the bottom of the 8th. Runners on first and second. Obviously, Carrig reaching on the E6, which now allows DeVries to reach on a hit by pitch. However, there will be a pinch runner for DeVries. That will be number 28 for the defenders. Number 28, Bennett Spronk. No stolen bases on the year, however, looks to possess some speed. So defenders looking to do a little bit more damage, perhaps get an insurance run or 2 or 3 potentially. Davis is a bit of a power threat. 7 home runs on the year. Davis, sac fly in his last at bat. And there will be a interesting situation here. Oh! Bang, bang call there, but Carrig is able to get to third. And the field umpire calls Spronk safe at first base. Very close play there. Northwestern coach not happy with the call, understandably so, if you're a Northwestern fan. That ball just in the dirt a little bit. And so Carrig was able to take third. That would be a wild pitch, technically. And then it looked like Stanford might be able to throw over to first and get Spronk. However, the field umpire saying he got in under the throw. Little conference here between the two umpires, and they are going to stand. They're going to confirm the call. Spronk is safe at first base. So defenders now, runners at the corners, 2 outs. Kindhart's going to go out and have a little chat with his pitcher, Nicolette. Perhaps talking over some strategy, how to approach this first and third situation. With 2 outs, you could potentially just throw down to second base if the defenders decide to send Sprunk, because if you get him at second, that will be the end of the inning. However, that would give Carrick a chance to advance home if the throw did not arrive on time or if the throw was erroneous, if you will. So 1-0 count here for Caden Davis. Throw over to first base, keeping Sprunk honest over there. Davis, over 2 on the day. Sacrifice fly, which did drive in a run in his previous at-bat. Drove in the defender's first run of the game, actually. That pitch in there hits the bottom outside corner. So, count is even at 1-1 now. Davis weighing the 1-1, swings on and misses. Sprunk is going, and Sprunk will get an easy stolen base there, his first of the year. A little bit of a delayed steal call there by the defenders. Interesting strategy, but it worked out well. Neither of the middle infielders even budged. So Sprunk with a free base. So now runners on first and second for the defenders. A hit to the outfield gets at least 1 run in, if not 2. This one misses low, so 2-2 is the count. Davis looking to earn some insurance runs for this defender team. Davis waits the 2-2. This one misses badly outside, about halfway into that right-handed batter's box. And we have a full count here. 3-2, 2 outs, 4-3 is our score. Runners on second and third. Dordt leading in this game by 1, 4-3. Payoff pitch on its way. This one comes inside on Davis's hands. Able to fight it off, though. Good pitch from Nicolette. Good defensive hitting by Davis as well. So 3-2, we will do it all over again. 7th pitch of the bat on its way in just a moment. Nicolette getting his signs from Kindheart. And the 3-2 delivery on its way. This one lined deep into center field. Going back, and off the glove of Dykstra. So Davis drives in 1 run, drives in 2, and will be in with a stand-up double. Now, some could argue that that was an E8. However, due to the range that Dykstra had to cover and the difficulty on the play, I think it is fair to rule that as a double. So Davis driving in 2 runs, providing the insurance the defenders were looking for. Huge piece of hitting there by Davis. More clutch hitting for this defender team against this Northwestern Raiders pitching staff. That will actually only count as 1 earned run for Davis, though. Actually, neither of those runs are earned, technically, because the only reason they reached is because of an E6, which would have been the 3rd out of the inning, which then makes any runs after that unearned. So Davis does not get any earned runs there. However, still, extra base hit in a big situation. Defenders now up 6-3 in the bottom of the 8th. And now standing in is number 29, Anthony Rodriguez. Rodriguez takes a second pitch. Takes second pitch for a strike. 1-1 is the count now. So now 1-1 count here. Swinging through it is Rodriguez. So 1-2 count now here. Rodriguez awaiting the 1-2 from Nicolette. This one is popped, flown deep and high into right field, but able to come on and make the play is Mason Porup. But the defender is able to strike in this inning. 2 runs off of 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. Defenders able to take a 6-3 lead, looking to close this game out here. We'll be back with you for the top of the 9th inning in just a minute here in the Dordt Media Network.
One of the things that we appreciate most about Dordt University is just the sense of community. That community of alumni, of the professors, the college campus in itself is really what supports the students that are there at the time. The Dordt alumni are all over the U.S., even the world, and you know, it's 4 years that they get to be on campus, which is a wonderful chapter of their life. But I guess the thing that we really want is that they can hold on that for a whole lifetime.
Hello and welcome back here to Open Space Park here for the top of the 9th inning in this thriller of a game between Northwestern and Dordt. Dordt now leading 6-3 after the 2-run double from Caden Davis. I would say 2 RBI double, however, neither of those runs were earned technically. This one in for a strike. 1-1 count now. Gothard back on the mound for this 9th inning, facing the 9-hitter for this Raiders lineup. Number 13, Drew Dykstra. Dykstra, hit by a pitch in his last at-bat, awaits the 2-1 delivery from Chaz Gothard. Nice breaking ball in there. Had some late action, cut in towards the inner half of the plate. 2-2 count now. Nice location there from Gothard. Again, nice strikeout. So Gothard, his second strikeout in 2 innings, puts down the first hitter here in the top of the 9th inning. Raiders down to their final 2 outs. Let's see if they have any late life here. Sam Stanford, stepping up for his 5th plate appearance of the day, swings through his first pitch. Stanford, 1 for 4 in the day. Single to center in his previous at-bat. Down 0-1 quickly in the count. This one is just dribbled down the first baseline. Davis shovels it over to Gothard, who makes a nice play running all the way to first base, beating Stanford. So 2 quick outs here for Chaz Gothard, and now he will face the 2-hitter in this Raider lineup. Number 21, Kip Cullinan. Cullinan, who struck out in his previous at-bat and is 0 for 4 on the day. Raiders down to their final out. Gothard looking to put away his 2nd save of the day. This one misses outside. Breaking ball cuts away from the hitter, just off the plate. 1-0 delivery here from Gothard. This one swung on and fouled back off to our left. Evens the count, 1-1. So 1-1 count here, 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Defenders up 6-3, looking to wrap this doubleheader up with a sweep. And this one is lined into deep right field, bounces and goes off the fence. So 2 out, stand-up double for Kip Cullinan. Extends the game, keeps the Raiders' hopes alive here in the second contest of the doubleheader between Dordt and Northwestern. Dordt won 6-4 in the first game. Let's see if we'll have the same score here or if it will remain 6-3 or perhaps a different score. We'll have to see how this final out plays out. Potential final out, excuse me. First pitch of the at-bat. Misses high. Sanchez looking to get a new ball. So 1-0 count quickly here for the 3-hitter, Noah Vogel for the Raiders. Vogel, one for 3 for the day. Got a double and a walk. Also struck out and had a ground out to Caden Davis, first baseman. Takes a second pitch high for another ball, 2-0 count. Favorable hitters count here for Vogel. Gothard, as mentioned earlier, did pitch 19 pitches in the first game. Up to 29 pitches here in the second game. Could be seeing some fatigue. However, this one is grounded and this one gets away from Davis. What looked to be a routine final out of the game. Harris made the play, got the throw over. But Davis not able to handle the throw, so this game will go on. I believe that will go down as an E3 if I'm not incorrect. Yes, I'll go down as E3. That glove hit Davis right in the ball hit Davis right in the glove. Kind of an interesting play there. It felt like the game was going to be wrapped up. However, this is a much different situation now. Now the Northwestern's cleanup hitter, Mason Porup, up to the plate with runners on first and third. So huge E3 from Davis gives Northwestern a chance to tie the game with a home run here. Porup 5 home runs on the year, as well as a triple and 4 doubles, does have some power. Gothard has pitched well though, so we'll see if he can retire this potential final Northwestern hitter. It'll be interesting to see if Northwestern will send Vogel. I doubt they will, as they are down 3 runs, so getting that second run into scoring position does not help them much in this situation. So Dordt probably doesn't have to worry much about the first and third situation here. First pitch misses for a ball, though. 1-0 count. This game becoming a little bit more interesting after that previous play. Nice breaking ball in there from Gothard. 1-1 count now. Gothard gets his signs, comes set. The delivery. This one misses outside, 2-1. A little bit of nerves here, a little bit of tension here at this ballpark. Defenders looking to close us out. Northwestern with new life now. This one swung on a miss. Big swing, big miss by Porup. Looked like he was trying to hit his 6th home run of the year, though. Comes up with nothing, though. That evens the count, back at 2-2. Gothard, the 2-2 delivery. This one in there and lined foul. Porup just kind of stuck his bat out there. More of a defensive swing than anything else. So, 2-2 count once again. So we will do it all over again here at 2-2. Gothard, the delivery. This one in there for a strike 3. Gothard gets his 2nd save of the day, and the defenders come out victorious once again with a sweep over the Raiders today. Win the first game 6-3, and they win this one, 6-4, and they win this one here 6-3. The win will go to, I believe it will go to Mason Price, if I'm not incorrect, and the save will go here to Chaz Gothard. Very thrilling game here between the defenders and the Raiders. Went the full 9 innings. A little bit of entertainment and nervous energy here in the ballpark after that error by Davis. However, Gothard bounces back, gets the K, wraps up this game. Please tune back in tomorrow afternoon between another doubleheader between these Defender and Raider teams. We hope to see you back then tomorrow as the Defenders now move up to 18-26 on the year, whereas the Northwestern Raiders fall to 19-27. We'll be back with you tomorrow afternoon. Thank you for tuning in and listening to this broadcast of the Dordt Media